I know this makes me a flute nerd. You don't have to say anything about it in the comments. But there are two things that I really love about playing this etude. One is that it's from the Ruins of Athens by Beethoven. So you can look that up, and it's a dance from that, and that makes it a lot more fun for me to play knowing that it came from this Beethoven piece. The other thing is that the breaths magically appear whenever you need them. You look at this etude and it looks like unending triplets and you'll never be able to breathe. And when you're playing it, it might feel like that too, like, I need to breathe, when am I going to be able to breathe? But then Altès meets your every breathing need. He puts little rests in there, 2 eighth note triplet rests, so that you can play the downbeat of the triplet and then stop and breathe. Very quickly, of course, but he's anticipating your every breathing need. So it does feel like magic, like I need to breathe, oh look at that, here's the perfect place to breathe right when I need it. That's how I know that I found the right tempo for this etude, when it feels like the breathing is very natural and easy because Altès has marked those breaths in whenever I need them. If it's still too slow, you won't have that same feeling. So, as you can tell, I do take the indicated breaths. I don't try to be a hero and not take them and then think, how am I gonna make it through this? You just have to take them, or you're gonna have to stop and add time to breathe, which we'd rather not do. And in fact, one reason that I love the breathing so much is that you can put the metronome on, and with the rest that Altès gives you, you can go right along with the metronome. You never have to add a beat like we do with some other etudes if we need to stop and breathe. You can just keep right with that beat with no trouble at all. I'm going to sound like a broken record. Altès says that this etude is to be done with trill fingerings, but I would first do them with real fingerings. Be sure you have control with the real fingerings, that you can do them evenly, smoothly, no problems, and then as you're speeding it up, go ahead and add the trill fingerings. He actually does not call them trill fingerings though, he calls them mordant fingerings, and I think that's interesting because of course they're the same, but I like that he calls them mordants because they're groups of 3 notes. Unlike mordants, we have to be sure these triplets stay even. So, you know, when you do a mordant, it's kind of ba-da-dum. It's not 3 even notes, but here you want the triplets da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da to stay completely even. And I think you'll appreciate what Altès says about the mordant fingerings. So I'm going to read this English translation of what Altès said about it in French. Although the tempo of this study is not very quick, all the triplets cannot be played with the ordinary fingering. It must therefore be played with the mordant fingerings. Yes, Altès, it's not very quick at all. It's only quarter note equals 192. Couldn't you make it any faster than that? But I hope you'll enjoy playing this with metronome because it really does work out perfectly with the breathing and the metronome. Everything aligns together like all is right with the universe. Hello, mister. Guess you came here to watch me practice. Don't get scared.